for the tone.
Hey Manny, hey Rashad, it's Susan, from Screw Good and Heart. Hey listen, I appreciate you giving me advance copies of the show. That was one of the things my dad kind of complained about. However, why does it sound like you guys were recording from a children's playground? And it was titled Catholic Conspiracies? I mean, can you get back with me on that? I just have a couple questions about the entire thing of an hour children playing and being titled Catholic Conspiracies. You guys can't insinuate things, okay? All right. Again, stop sending clowns and strippers to my dad's hospital room, okay? He's doing way better than yesterday, all right? Just stop and call me.
Message deleted.
Yeah. They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is the Council Show. This is your boy Manny
and Rashad Dyson.
So far today, we have special guests: the man, the myth, the legend himself,
Mr. Steve Stevens.
And I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I just put E on there.
That's fine.
On the
Not quite the man and the myth or the legend.
He's just,
but he is E.
He's E.
Hey,
E.
I'll take it.
Right? I think Bosnia. You have a Bosnian name, right?
Yes, sir.
How do you say it for us one time? Would you?
Elmedin.
Yeah, I would have never got that.
No, tell him to say the last name.
Oh, say your last name.
Mujkic.
You got me. Why do I feel like he should say good luck?
Hold on, I gotta ask. Hey, dude, can we call immigration on white people? Can we do that?
Can we?
I got my papers. You can't deport me.
Oh my God! So it's gonna be a hell of a show.
Yes.
But I always like to start up my our show. How was your week, man?
Week was good, man. Week was good. I did some extracurricular activities.
You got laid?
Shout out to wifey.
Pound it. Literally.
Hey. No. It was kind of cool. I got to do some advancement in my other workstations and my podcast. We're on Google Cast now. You can Google us.
That's
right.
cool.
Just put it on your phone, just like Google.
Actually, you did that the other day, and I thought it was so amazing. If you guys go on the internet, just put in Google the Council Show. It pops right up.
Pops right up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Hold
cool.
on.
Hey Google.
I'm like, where did we get Mexican accents? I know, right? Wait, he's a illegal one. You see how this works? Even if he's white, it's right.
Facts.
Now, Teach, how was your week?
Man, it was great. If I were doing any better, I probably couldn't stand myself.
Right?
Hey, that's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about. E, anything special going on?
Yeah, E. Is there anything special?
Bring that up right now.
Is there a story?
No, let's bring it up right now.
I'm just saying we might as well talk about it.
Let's talk about it. It's the Council Show.
Let's see. Well,
what's his name?
okay. Well, his name's Brian.
Hey, shout out to the homie Brian.
Shout out to the homie. He's the realist.
Hey, you're on live now. Everybody's seeing this. They might really think this.
Brian's gonna be like, oh my God.
Oh my God. Yes.
Finally.
Validation. Recognition. Yes.
John, I do have a chance. I told you.
I told you were a hater this whole time.
Hater.
Y'all crazy.
Credit score just went up.
Yes.
Oh my God, those.
I'm getting that down payment.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna start hearing words like homeowner.
Hey, right. Here come the Black Incredible Hulk.
We got a special guest, another guest. We're gonna
What to do? Y'all gonna have to get 2 chairs.
I know.
Oh man, I didn't know we had the Hulk in here. What's going on? What's up, bodyguard? Yeah, it's a bodyguard.
All right.
It's a hell of a bodyguard. What is he?
games, baby.
Chill on the couch. If you don't mind, sir.
He don't play no games.
No games at all, my guy.
He'll flip this whole table up.
Man,
He flipped the whole studio.
with two pinkies. With two pinkies.
Take it easy, my man.
Bro, you won.
Nobody miss him off.
Bro, we on Facebook Live. Just in case you want to tell your wife.
Yeah, I'm about to tag you on here. I can't find Hulk on here. What the hell is that?
Apparently,
Incredible Hulk.
Incredible.
You have to say the whole thing. You have to say the whole thing. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You got to say the whole thing. Yeah, you got to say the whole thing.
put respect on his name, sir. You got to put
Shut up, he's gonna kill him on it.
He's gonna kill you.
What an instigator.
Hey, you're outnumbered today, all right?
I'm outnumbered.
Yeah. Oh my bad. He's like Bino. I forgot to tell you, he's actually black.
Facts.
I mean, I'm just saying.
That's me. We out here.
Oh my God! Right. My boy always
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda keeping it real. Always.
Say, bro, you know, for being guests in it, man, y'all don't have no chicken wings, no nothing to drink.
Kool-Aid.
Bro, they say,
I know, right? I always ask you.
Man, how you gonna have your teacher up here don't have no chicken wings?
you should have known.
And no Kool-Aid.
No Kool-Aid.
No Kool-Aid, bro.
What show does he think we is?
Say, man,
got no
lights,
budget.
camera, action, baby. I need my wings.
We're in somebody's basement.
No, that's fine, bro.
Whatever, man. This is
I'm
Skyloft.
getting paid
I
for
was
this.
trying to hear it.
I'm getting paid
I'm
for
getting paid
this.
for this. I need my 10% or I'm calling all my Jewish lawyers.
Oh, you saying I'm not? I'm not?
I'm just saying, we're the only ones that pay in IOUs.
Oh, no, I'm checking out.
no,
You're
them
not getting
IOUs.
paid, bro?
I know you
All I'm
way
saying-
too long.
You know what? Forget all that. Lewis, flip this over.
Show over.
Luis?
I'm just saying, Lewis look like bro, you know when you won. You already won in the gym, bro. You can
No,
like
you won, bro. Go home.
Like, go
Ain't nothing for
home,
you to
bro.
do, bro.
Like it's over with. Like
When you walked in, I said, what the hell's the couch moving? Why's there a fucking sofa? What's going on here?
he walked in the door. I was like, "There's another door? How did 2 doors?
What are you going black in here? What's going on?
Go black in here.
No, but yeah, man. So,
Hey,
yeah, we
welcome
got
to
to
the
get you up
show.
here, bro. Give me a quick minute. Hey, come with the couch up here. What do you do?
No, that's Lewis. He's moving.
Yeah, hold on, I got you, boss.
I got you.
Hey, get my guy that chair over there, man.
Well, let's do
He can stand up. He getting paid. He can stand up.
Let's pay back for
Yeah, what he gonna do? Take it from it?
No, dude. How tall are you, Luis?
6'3". Man, take that chair. Put him on the little. Man, what y'all gonna do with that little bitty chair?
Well, see, we got those are for.
Y'all got midgets running around here?
I'm not gonna say we don't.
Is little Pepe here too?
Some toddlers?
Well, who do you think set up our mics?
What's he doing?
Lil Pepe.
He's doing this class though, bro.
Say, that's not even mine.
That's not even mine. Let me see that. I don't even know who left that.
That's water. That's water.
No, that's water, bro. That's water.
Mind your business.
Oh, you got tequila?
Hey,
Yeah.
Say, man, for real, though, we can't get no water or something, bro. I'm thirsty, bro.
we got
You know what? Forget it.
No, we got it. See,
That's all right.
I keep forgetting.
Did you tag the Lou page or did you tag the Train Like You Breathe page?
I forgot which. How many pages do you have, bro?
Train Like You Breathe. You tag Train Like You Breathe on there, bro.
see, there we go. I always got to have multiples.
Yeah. Just stick to one.
He got options, bro. He got options, man.
Look, one for family, one for business.
Oh, okay.
I'm weirdos on business, bro.
Say, bro, I just sent you
That's facts.
Listen, it's getting a little out of control on this page, bro. Like the block button has been on secure.
Oh my God.
Yes.
On secure, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, hey, I don't knock what you do, but don't send that my way, G.
I mean, but that's true. Like a lot of times, you know, when you have business, you want to have your personal life.
Yeah, I need my space.
Yeah, you need your personal life, and you got your business, you know, alter ego and all that kind of stuff. You know, So I definitely understand that. You know.
Yeah, that's the only reason I keep it separate, man. You know I got you, Manny, man.
I got you.
But still though.
Yeah, I popped up on everybody. Nobody knew I was coming.
No.
The door around.
Okay, well that's what's
Can we
up.
borrow his mic? Can we borrow yours just a bit? Give it to him.
Just a little bit short.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. That's the boy. You. That's that ranking pool. Man, that's so wrong, man. Took your mic.
I didn't know I was taking.
You know that's all right, my brother.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah. I'm take it back. I'm take it back.
I was about to say, Teach, you can share, but like, hell no, I got my own. I got my own. Yeah.
Man, you talking to Steve, bro?
You see how pretty bougie now? What's my water? I'm like,
bougie.
bro, I forgot to
I'm bougie because I want water.
Yeah, we're gonna get one cup
bro.
and we're gonna share.
He needs some water. He got his ass whooped today at the gym, so he needs some water.
Oh. All right, this is the story. What happened?
Okay. All right.
Teach, talking about we snitching.
Hey,
Oh, we snitching today.
hey, just like he used to do us when we were still straight.
Wow. Oh, it just got real. Right? It just got real around here, bro.
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
Cook us, bro. This like I was with Steve before Manny even came, but Steve used to
you were
cook
with
us
before
all the
me.
time. Yeah. Punching concrete, punching the tennis court racket. Yeah.
So we're gonna get on all that.
Oh,
today.
great. Oh, this is perfect.
Oh, that's what we doing.
We snitching.
So we dry snitching around here.
Training us in the old way.
Ain't no snitch. We took your Dukes.
And he said he wasn't giving it back.
You need the other one?
I mean, that I was taking your chair. Gee.
Yeah, he said he was gonna give you that little bitty chair right there, man. I was like, they wrong.
He said, make it work.
Oh man, see?
Man, that man look hungry. That's why I said y'all should have some wings.
Man, y'all started
We had wings. That's why I go.
started clashing the Titans about.
Go Teach.
He's like, yeah, we finna put both of these guys on the gullet right here.
Yeah.
On the plank.
So
They
yeah,
go.
man. How long are you in town for?
I'm here till
I'm gonna
Tuesday.
cancel you off for taking my chair.
It was a
Oh man.
Oh, that's the reason we're canceled. Really? Nothing else? Really?
That's the official stuff we say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You should be offended, sir.
Your people.
No.
Oh,
These are my people.
Yeah.
Blade?
What just happened?
Yeah. He is a vampire hunter. You didn't know?
For people that don't know what Teach, it's like Wesley Snipes. We always, for the longest, we made fun of him. Just like,
Oh, don't even talk. You used to go around here looking like Jet Li. Oh, I wish we had a small. Do I have a picture of him? Hold on. Boy, I hope I.
We have to keep down. We got 2 other shows.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad. We keep it down.
We get a little loud.
we get live.
No, we just get country. That's all.
Facts.
Hey.
That's called.
That's what it's called. We are from the South with an F. The South.
Look, we can get even technical to PH South.
Right.
The South.
Oh my
Let me hold on. Let me. I hope I please pray.
Oh,
that
he's
I
really
have a
looking for
picture.
a bro.
Cause you know he has a picture of you, bro.
Man, Teach, how long have you been teaching now, man? Martial arts. How long have you been in martial arts?
35 years.
Oh,
Good gravy.
golly.
35 years.
And he don't even look 35. That's
Nah,
the thing.
That's what I'm saying.
What you said, black don't crack? It don't.
Hey,
Don't
you know.
know.
Oh, man.
I'm still get this picture though.
Hey, that was a good play to try to distract him off of that. Yeah.
Let it go.
No, my guy.
Luis, man, how long you been training, dude?
Jesus, man. Martial arts wise, I was with Steve for like about 8 years, Steve?
Yes, sir.
About 8 years, and then of course went to the Marine Corps and took my fault. Went to the Marine Corps and also had to train in there and had to learn McMap, which is Marine Corps martial arts program.
Right.
That was awesome because that was just mostly like mixed martial arts and combat survival training and stuff like that. So that coupled with what Steve taught me, I was like already ahead of the game. Like I was already fucking people up.
Let me ask you this: which one was harder, his training or the training that you were put through?
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, they both have levels, right? Like martial arts, like there's levels. Like being in high school,
Jesus.
there it is.
Hold on, you can show the camera right here.
Oh, that's the camera. I can't see that camera. Here.
Being in high school and college, like it was just different.
Yeah.
Like going with him in high school at the time, it was hard.
Yeah.
But going through the Marine Corps, later in life, you know, like as a 22-year-old, that was different too.
I see
That was a whole nother hard because you
I see
got
that.
18-year-olds, 19-year-olds that are,
Shut up,
you know, they're at their peak condition.
Right.
Let alone I'm coming in and like for me, I didn't do much running other than playing basketball. So getting into the court, doing like 3 miles a day, having to hump like 7 miles a day.
Right.
And then back door, and you beating each other up.
Yeah.
On top of that, I think that was like a little bit more difficult than Steve from that aspect. But being in high school, Steve was harder than basketball practice, and I loved basketball, so it was like, I must really like martial arts if I'm still here doing it. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what I'm trying to tell the people. They don't understand. If you can compare teachers training to the Marine Corps, what does that tell you about teachers training, y'all? I don't get it.
I can tell you what that means. That means he was angry all the time.
This man was ruthless.
Yeah, especially when it was
I only caught a little bit of
You're right about body hard.
So, because I know that because I have other Kung Fu brothers that did join the military, and they would say, like, man, I'll go in there and just fight. Just like, and, you know, the training is what kept them, like, when they went in there, they're already at top level because of the martial art training alone. So that's what I was asking. That's why, do you think his training was harder?
Oh, no, he gave me discipline to deal with the military.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if anything, he already had me prepped. I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
I would say already prepared because if you can go through Steve, you should be able to go through anything. That's how I felt about it. And the Marine Corps is like the hardest training out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where if you do Marine Corps boot camp and all that, you ain't got to do another services boot camp after Marine Corps.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
For him to have me mentally prepared for that, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. What about you, Teacher? Man, there's so many questions to ask just looking at you, man. How did you get started on how did you get started on the martial arts at all? Just like, what made you say, this is what I want to do?
Oh, you know what? I knew as a kid, I wanted to learn Kung Fu. It wasn't just any martial arts.
Right.
Watching the Bruce Lee movies, watching the old Kung Fu movies.
Right.
But my problem was, I've seen all this, but I never knew anyone that taught it.
Right.
Until that day I ran into my teacher, you know.
Yeah.
And I was with him for a long time. He taught me just about everything I know.
Right.
Wow. So what I do. Teach y'all fools.
And it's, just to be sure, it's Shaolin Kung Fu is what we do.
Shaolin Kung Fu.
Yeah, so I mean, people don't know that Shaolin Kung Fu is one of the hardest. They train one of the hardest in the world, actually. The training is super hard, and you train the old ways, pretty much. I say the old way because nowadays you can't train kids like me and you were trained, and you. And
legal issues.
It really is because I saw a teacher got in trouble because he made the kids do bear crawls and they had bruises on their palms and he got in trouble for that. I'm like, are you serious? Like, they used to make us do it down to a football field.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Swinging the staff.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying.
All right, we're doing bear crawls. From where? From here to way over there.
It was like that. It was really like
to the next block.
To the next block and back. But teach us gravel on the road.
No.
So
right under your butt.
But it's hot. I don't care.
I didn't say all that.
Nobody heard you, but it was like the stances for us. The hardest part were the stances. The stances is people don't understand that horse stance is like you're sitting on a chair, and like teach would kick us in the back of the thighs.
Yeah.
You know, that's body conditioning.
Yep.
And or getting kicked in the stomach. You know, but for us, it started at first. It was painful. It took a year.
Yeah.
And then after that, it becomes more just you like it.
Yep.
I mean, in a weird way. You like it.
Right.
You get used to it. You like it, or
I said it don't feel right.
Yes, Daddy.
Give me one more, Daddy.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no, but still.
I remember doing push-ups on our fingers, on the fingertips,
fingertips,
or
knuckles,
striking hard objects like concrete, a tree. So I mean, how about you, teach? What made you keep on that tradition to teach?
Because it was all I knew.
Really?
When I first started, that's all I knew. Was
my bad.
You told us to put ours on silent. Really, you got yours put on.
Yeah, my bad.
Very much
Again,
listening,
but that's why we're canceled. Like no other.
So what were you saying?
Oh, really? That's responsible.
I was y'all got me off.
My bad.
What was that question?
You said what made you keep on teaching?
Oh yeah. Because it was the way I taught. It was because that's all I knew.
Okay.
Growing up. So, of course, when I met y'all, I was teaching y'all the old way.
Right.
The only way I knew.
Right.
But then all of a sudden, the laws started coming in. I couldn't hit y'all like that. I couldn't kick you in your. I couldn't kick you like that. I couldn't slap you upside your head like that, man. Rashad, I couldn't choke you like I was choking you. Hey, you bruise too easy. I couldn't hit you like that. Okay.
Hey, but I'm real good at choke defenses though. Like I'm nice with all.
But at the time, and then I had to relearn how to teach, which was hard because it's like now I gotta sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying?
When?
When he stopped teaching you, that's
That's what I mean.
I had to.
When I came in.
I had you got to start. You had to sugarcoat it, and that's what I hate.
Right.
Because it's like, okay, I want to take the serious folks about now, because Kung Fu is not for everybody.
No, that's
I would tell anybody, Kung Fu is not for everyone. No. And I told all of y'all. Remember, we had a line of 30, 40 people.
Right.
I said before a week or two is over with, I have about 10 of y'all left.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it happens every time. It happens every time.
Right.
I take that 10, work on another 30. Bring that 10 in, and you get your serious ones that's really about it. Because Kung Fu, it's going to pretty much show your colors, in other words. If you real or not, in my class,
Oh yeah.
I'm going to find out.
Yeah. Right. Facts.
So,
Gonna weed out the wheat.
Yeah, and I think that's what he would do. Is just like he would train everybody hardcore, and the strong would survive. Man, it was like I said, it was 30 of us, and by the end of the week, it was probably like 10 left. And it was he was.
But those 10 were dedicated though.
yes.
Yeah.
Those 10 was dedicated.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like going through the military. Not everybody gonna make it. Like especially through SEALs training.
Yeah.
Or any kind of MARSOC training or anything like that. They're not going to make it through that training.
Right.
You start off with hundreds of people, hundreds of candidates, and you only come out with like 6 or 7.
Right.
In that percentile, and that's not even 1%. It's like
Right.
0.5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So martial arts kind of follow the same, the same suit.
So I think, and I mean, like what you said, they use martial arts too. They're in there, so I mean, you got to learn different multiple styles. Versus you do Kung Fu, which is a lot of people still don't know what that is, which is crazy that it's been around thousands of years. So how would you explain Kung Fu to people that don't know what that is, teacher?
When I say Kung Fu, first thing I think of is Chinese martial arts.
Right.
When you think of Kung Fu, because you have many different varieties of martial arts. From your karate, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, hip-kido, capoeira, all that.
Shout out to Tybo. No.
Sir. Is he counsel? Counsel. Okay.
I just get dragged away. This one right here.
MMA now, and everything. But like I've always taught my students, there's not bad styles. There's bad teachers.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Right.
Once again, there's not bad styles. There's bad teachers. I respect all martial arts. Not just Kung Fu. And I love it all.
Right.
Because you can learn something from all martial arts.
Absolutely.
Right.
So with that being said, that's why I say that I respect all martial arts.
Right.
Because we've been to tournaments.
Yeah.
You've seen Big head. But we seen Kung Fu.
Yeah.
We seen some bull Kung Fu.
Right.
You know, we seen karate.
Right.
We seen some bull karate.
Boy.
Taekwondo.
Yeah.
We seen some good taekwondo. We seen some bull taekwondo.
Right.
So I mean, like I said, it's not. And then that comes to also, I can't say all of it is because of bad teacher. Sometimes it's also the student.
Right.
If the student doesn't train hard and train like he's supposed to,
Right.
and you can be a good teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't train hard, I mean, he'll make the teacher look bad.
Right.
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 He won't make me look bad because I throw you in my class.
Facts.
I don't play those games.
He's throwing people out of the class. We'll get on that story first. But what do you say to people that? Because I mean, I know you probably encountered MMA fighters that are like, oh, that really wouldn't work in a fight. You know, MMA versus Kung Fu, they'll be like, oh, Kung Fu wouldn't really work. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Like, what do you?
My thoughts on that is that they don't really understand Kung Fu.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't understand Kung Fu. They don't even understand that a lot of the things that they doing come from Kung Fu.
Right.
Yeah.
How you think karate got started?
Yeah.
How you think? Where you think Taekwondo get their kicks from?
Right.
You know, a lot of Taekwondo just got the kicks and they just advanced. You know,
Right.
They put it. They cold with it.
Right.
I got to give it to them. You know, karate, straightforward, but it's still it's similar, but it's different.
Right.
You know,
Look at karate and then look at long fist.
yeah,
I'm just
but
saying.
it's close.
I'm just saying.
It's close, but it's still a lot of difference.
There's still a lot of difference, but you could see. I always say that Kung Fu is a grandfather,
It is.
It is.
and then
It
everything
is.
else is just an offshoot of it. So Kung Fu has all elements.
Yeah, it does. Like Kung Fu has grappling.
Right. Well, yeah.
You know, a lot of folks don't understand
I
that.
actually seen that, and it's pretty amazing.
Right.
It's pretty.
Boxing.
Yeah.
Kung Fu got boxing in it.
Right.
It has many things. I mean, when you say Kung Fu is many arts in Chinese martial arts.
Right.
It's not just particular one.
Right.
You know, because you got different Kung Fu. You have traditional.
Right.
You have animal style. You have wushu.
Yeah.
You know, you have Shaolin.
Right.
So when you say Kung Fu in the whole, that's a bunch of martial arts.
Right.
So you got to be more specific of what you're talking about.
And I think people don't know that because when people think Kung Fu, people go to Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And that's every time I say Kung Fu, they be like, oh, ooh, the first. I'm like,
Because you know why? Because Bruce made it famous.
Yeah.
That's true.
right.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
Yeah. Shout out to my pops.
I thought Jackie Chan was your
I
pops.
don't even know no more.
I don't know. We still gotta ask your mom about that. Still do.
What's the question all the time?
But-
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. Remember when you met Jackie Chan? She was just like, "Oh, I already seen him before. I don't need to meet him." I don't know. She was real shy about him. I don't know why.
Well, man, that was some truth behind that. I was going to ask her about that.
No, but yeah. What are your thoughts on that, man?
Man, I mean, just like Steve said, it's like when I think of Kung Fu, I look at it like being in a fraternity, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Don't do that. That'll get you beat up by the bros.
Like the first fraternity,
For real.
like masonry, right?
Right.
And then all the other fraternities started to branch out from masonry.
Right.
So Kung Fu is the same thing. Kung Fu is like the basis, and then everybody finds a foundation that they really like, an aspect of Kung Fu that they really
Right.
like, and they just make it better.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's not to say that the traditional way it was bad,
Right.
But that's their thought process of making something better. Like in Marine Corps martial arts, we took from different martial arts,
Right.
and we took what applied to combat scenarios and just applied it.
Right.
That's pretty much what it was. So that, I think that's what a lot of people are doing with martial arts.
That's why when somebody tells me, "Oh, MMA will whoop that," or "This style is better," I'm saying, "You're a dumbass." I say that
Where
out
do you
loud.
think it came from?
You're a moron. on. Because one thing that teacher always told me, there's no such thing as a superior style. Because everybody's different. Like, I have strong kicks. That man is lightning fast with his hands. Like, everybody, it just depends on what you practice on. You know what I mean? Exactly.
So damn quick. So quick.
So a lot, you know, and it's like, and that's something that he took pride on. Like when he was teaching us, the back fist is, you know, when you get him, when you're hitting, for people that don't know, a back fist, you're throwing the. How would I even explain that? I know how to throw. I just don't know how to explain it.
It's a back fist.
Yeah, I mean,
back fist. It's basically a jab that hits with the back of the fist.
But it's super lightning fast. Teach was able to close the gap.
I say he closes the gap.
It's super lightning, you know, just like speed. And again, it was just like he's really good at that. And that's something he practiced for hours and hours and hours.
That's one of my better punches because he used to hit me with it so much. I just took that shit.
I used to get nailed in the face with that, man. But that's what I mean, though. It's like people that don't understand. It's just like there's no such thing as superior style. It's just something how you train.
Yeah, that's superior training versus superior style.
Thank you. There you go.
So if you're superior at training and you have the reps behind you to support what you do, then you're gonna whoop somebody's ass, like hands down. Like you're gonna they're gonna have to pack a lunch.
Right.
They're gonna have to pack a lunch.
I think it's just you get better tools for the
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Put in the tool shed.
I think one teach when you were teaching us, you were always doing the physical the body training is what we call iron body.
Iron body, yeah.
And for people that don't know, it's something where you get hit repeatedly to the stomach, to the back of the thighs, hitting your forearms, hitting your head, striking something hard. And with that, I mean, they prepared you better for a fight. That's why we were able to take a punch.
Exactly.
But boy, when I throw it, it's sweet. But you know what I mean? And that for foreigners or people that don't do martial arts, it seems like we were crazy. Because people would walk by and they'd see us kicking the hell out of a tree.
Yep.
You know, people like
kicking the bark off the tree.
Kicking the bark off. Exactly.
Why are you doing this? You look stupid. I'm like, well, it's to harden my kicks. You know, and then when they would hold the pad and I throw that kick, they were like, oh, wow, well, how the hell did you get so strong?
Exactly.
Well, I'm just showing you by kicking a tree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because we were never taught to just kick and stop at the point, right? We kick through, we punch through. Yeah.
Teachers say, teacher would be like, well, how long am I supposed to be kicking this tree? Till it move?
Until he gets tired.
So you would literally be kicking this tree until it moved.
Yeah. I think that's one thing.
And so when you do hit something that does move, that thing
move. Yeah.
That thing goes flying.
And you would teach how long? Until I get tired. Don't ask me no more.
Exactly.
Especially when it's hot outside too.
Oh, man.
Worst question to ask. He already mad because it's hot. He don't
He's mad. Why are you mad at us?
You're inside the car with that seat.
Exactly.
Ninja, I'm only 13. Why are you so mad?
Why are you so mad?
Oh God!
But you sitting in the car. I'm chasing the car. Like, come on, teacher.
Right.
Yeah, teach.
Body hardening. That's tight. I remember that. I remember how he used to train us for body hardening because he used to have us lay down on the ground, stomach face down.
Right.
Come through with that bow staff. Whap, 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 from head to toe.
Yep.
Head to toe.
Yeah, teach was a hard discipline, man.
Boy, y'all snitching. Y'all snitching.
It's educational. With these cameras and people are listening, it's educational.
Hey, people call it lawsuit now.
That's what I've been asking, Manny. When you met Steve, did you have to spar him first before he took you on as a student, or did he just take you on as a student?
No, actually, I'm sorry. I met teacher in a 21st century program that was done by William James at middle school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I took Taekwondo first. And you know what? To this day, I got to thank them, man, for not taking me as a student. Because I was looking for martial arts. And the school, they provided that. They started doing what? Teach
After school program.
After school programs.
Oh, okay. I remember you talking about that.
And one day they told me, hey, at first they told me it was a Taekwondo class at the bottom. I said, I went and I met Teach, and dude, it was amazing. I think I saw Master Cassius was performing a form. Forms, for people who don't know, is katas, or a set of movements. And I was like, what is that? I want to do that. But,
Shout out to Cassius.
Yeah, big shout out to Cassius.
But, dude, I can tell you that when I walked in, I was already in a bad path. And that man whooped my ass. I would say the first day, probably, or Yeah, he whipped my ass with one hand. I was like, okay, I want to do that. Like, teach me. He goes, I'll teach you. I didn't believe him. He goes, so you're gonna teach me to whoop ass just like that? He goes, yeah.
See, that's how I met him. I tried him day one, but it was funny because I was pacing back. It was at Sycamore. At the rec.
Yeah.
And I was pacing back and forth. I was seeing him train. I was like, damn, man, he in that training. And then by this time, man, Cassius was roommates.
Yeah.
Man, Cassius was roommates. So Cassius taught me Kempo before he even met Steve. Cassius knew Kempo and Taekwondo.
That's right.
But prior to us even meeting Steve.
Yeah.
So when I went in there, Steve looked at me. You know something, don't you? Steve was like, you know something, don't you? I was like, my mom was like, man, I just learned this like what, a month ago? But yeah, I know a little something. But we sparred, and it was like that was a good learning session for me. That showed me where I was at. That was like the litmus test for me. And I was like, well, shoot, man, Cassius was teaching me all this stuff, but damn, man, he took me down. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go train with Steve.
Right.
And I'm going to tell Cassius about Steve.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how Cassius met Steve. Was through me after sparring him. I told Cassius that I sparred this dude. He knew Kung Fu. He's like, what? He's like, there's somebody teach Kung Fu?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. I was like, man, you should come to the class, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he came to the class, and ever since then, me, Cassius, Ryan.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Ryan.
Yeah, we was all training under Steve, man.
Yeah. And I remember that because I said, who does Kung Fu in the hood?
Right? Oh, yeah. For those you don't know, this is east side for work. Bro.
Yeah.
This is the hood.
So,
He's in south side.
South side.
East side for work.
It's south side for work.
I was just like, teach, and you know, like I don't even know how to say this, but teach being black is moving like an Asian, like one of those, like they move, and that's what was crazy about it. I'm just like, wow, this guy is kimping up, jumping up in the air, kicking, and just like and lightning fast. Like everything was precise. His movements were so crisp.
His defense was crazy.
Yeah. And that's why I was just like, okay, I want to learn that. Yeah. And he goes, all right, well, I'll show you. Show up. And I remember he would have us showing up every day, Fridays. I think I was the only one Fridays I would show up because no one else would show up Fridays. But that got even better because he would train me one-on-one. He trained me harder, but it was one-on-one, and I learned more. So the more and more I learned from him,
time to put that information into you.
I will tell you a story, though, where I think my green belt? I think me and JoJo, which is my Kung Fu brother, we tried to jump him because we thought we got better. And
we still try to jump, Chief.
I'm just saying. I'll never forget this.
Truth be told,
at one point
still ain't got him yet.
Wow, you gonna tell the story? Wow.
At one point in time, you know, when you get good, you want to try your skills, and I felt like I was good. I was good.
Right.
And I remember JoJo too, and all I remember is JoJo's on one side, on the right-hand side, I'm on the left-hand side, and Teacher's in the middle between us. And I just looked over and I just like nod, and he goes, yeah, and then
how long y'all was planning this?
I don't even know.
That's what I wanted to know. How long y'all was planning this?
It was just like, just go time. I don't even know if we planned it. We just did it, just because we were like, I think we could take this old man now. We were getting
man.
I remember getting beat up so bad that I was just like, we try to bow out. So when we bow out, we put our hands like the teacher. No, we're good. He goes, no. Like we were saying, no, we give up. He wouldn't let us give up. We still have to continue fighting. So I remember, I think he jumped up in the air and he came down with a helicopter kick to my thigh. I remember I ended up doing like a 360 and then slid on the ground. And I remember
Oh God!
I remember him beating the crap out of JoJo. JoJo goes, stop! I quit.
Hey, they wanted to smoke. I wanted to smoke.
Oh man, those kicks to the back of the leg. I remember them knots to the hamstring.
Yeah,
those knots to the hamstring with the kicks to the back of the leg. That was tough.
Yeah,
he was slick with that kick to the back of the leg, bro.
Wow.
He was slick.
But the thing is, and I want people to really understand that the benefit of that kind of hard training versus not having that.
Right.
I've literally seen Manny in fights with a back to the leg kick.
And won.
Literally.
And won.
I've literally seen that happen. I've literally been kicked to the back of my head and was like, I've literally been kicked to the back of the leg, was like, what are you doing? Like, did you really think that was gonna hurt? And just hauled off.
Actually, hey, do we got Did you get that footage?
Which one?
The one where I'm doing a form. Like,
What's the name of the video?
Crap. I forgot the name of it, but it's me doing. It's on YouTube.
We got Fails, MMA versus Tai Chi, Kung Fu.
Kung Fu. So I have a form. I actually have a footage to show you guys. It's me when I was younger. I think we were in the cafeteria. And I'm running a Shaolin form. And that's what I mean. I want to show people that the difference between us, the way we're more, you know, people say we're soft, which I think we take it the wrong way. And it's not the soft about me, son. You're right. Come at me.
Hey, first lesson is free.
Oh man. The one pay home. Oh, look at that. Look at y'all. Look at little Jet Li.
It's my snake form.
So you can just play a little
Yeah,
bit. And just,
I think that is a
So,
snake form.
Yeah, that's
A snake bow in at least.
Yeah, it's snake back.
So yeah, we were doing.
Yeah.
We were in the cafeteria, and this is how he had us move all the time. And each time we had to do repeatedly, like at least 50 times?
At least.
At least, no joke.
Full out.
And that's what I mean. That stuff like this, it helps with, and it helps you in a fight. It helps you with exercise, your cardio.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why I say it's important. And when people say, "Oh, martial art, Kung Fu is soft," like you have no idea what it's like to really train like that. So that's what I'm saying. When people talk about that, you don't understand. When people, oh, MMA is better. It might be for a sport.
Right.
You're preparing for a fight in the cage.
Right.
He's preparing us to really knock your head.
Right.
Yeah, but and you know what? It's a lot of people think that if you fight a kung fu person, that's how we gonna look.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that ain't how it look. That ain't how we gonna come out. That ain't what I teach my folks.
Right.
When you get hit with one of those strikes, it's coming out of a fighting stance. It ain't coming out of. We ain't going around and gonna do no 360s and all that and come out and kick nobody. No, this is not Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Actually,
Not about to be in a wushu stance and all that kind of stuff. No, we gonna knuckle up, but the principles are the same.
The principle the same.
MMA versus Kung Fu.
Yeah.
And just keep through that to show them, I can show them a little. Because that's what I mean. It's because a lot of people, a lot of the times, like right now, and I mean, sometimes Kung Fu people mess it up too for other people.
They do.
Right.
They do.
You know what I mean? With this whole fancy, I can dim my cue without touching you.
Come on, bro.
Or, yeah, you know what
Come
I
on,
mean?
bro.
It's like, you see it? Yeah, so, like if you see this one right here, this is an older gentleman. Is a Tai Chi master versus an MMA fighter. The MMA fighter dusted his ass. That's
because
I do get that guy. Ooh.
Yeah, like you can't just stand on ceremony like that. Like you're not about to be all traditional stance.
Wait a minute,
with
hold
your,
up, dude. Hold on.
with your
First of
wushu
all,
stance.
Now, they ought to be shaming themselves.
Why, geez?
First of all, they just. I mean, he is getting dusty. This man got to be 65, 70 years old. This got to be 65, 70 years.
That's what I'm saying, though. That,
And you got somebody what in their 20s?
Yeah, that's what.
yeah. Well, either way, though.
But still, that, I mean, that ain't how we would come out.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because that old man
Yeah.
had challenged the guy and said, "Oh, I can just without touching you, you would."
Well,
fall
he
over."
was asking for it.
He brought it on his
But like I said, there's no good or bad martial arts.
Right.
What I just say, bad instructors.
Bad.
Right.
You know?
That's what I'm saying. It's like a cult because he has students. He had a large following, that he was teaching. So I'm like, now you got your ass whooped in front of your teeth,
Yeah. Now your teeth is in the back of your throat.
Yeah.
All
Because
because
this young man done put them hands on you, done put them paws on you.
Exactly.
He laid hands on you.
Exactly. That's the thing with teachers teaching.
Yeah.
Like we sparred each other.
Right.
We sparred teach.
Right.
Like we got it in to see what the practical applications was. I mean, sure, we can do the nice snake stance. We can do the nice tiger stance and stuff like that. But when it was time to get down. You got those same principles. That's what we were using, the principles of the movement, not the actual movement.
Right.
Because I always say all the time, real kung fu is ugly.
Yeah.
It don't look right. when you get down, yeah, you
and you're getting hit with some bad intentions.
Well,
yeah, it's real ugly.
And you know what? And Kung Fu is also real defensive. It's really defensive, you know. I guess that's why we have a lot of circular movements
Right.
and
Yeah.
everything, you know.
Redirection stuff.
Yeah, we got a lot of grabs and locks too.
Yeah.
You know, pressure points,
Yeah.
Right.
you know.
Yeah, especially from the mantis standpoint.
Yeah, we've all been in those mantis locks.
For everybody,
That mantis back fist.
well, for everybody, teaches
was all.
praying mantis is your main system, right? Teach.
Yes.
What is? Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Mantis
on that?
boxing.
Mantis
Yeah.
boxing. What does it do? What does
Yeah,
it
describe it a little bit.
It's more of a mantis boxing hit with the back of the fist a lot.
Right.
That's why my backhands was so much faster.
Right.
If y'all haven't figured that one out yet.
I took
It's I mean, you have like 7-star Mantis,
Right.
Wushu Mantis,
Yeah.
yeah, Tai Chi Mantis. You got a whole lot of different type of Mantis.
Right.
But my teacher made me Mantis boxing,
Right. And it takes.
and I embraced it.
Correct me if I'm wrong though, but you said when you first started, you were almost unteachable because you were so stiff.
Oh my God! You gonna bring that up too?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
you gotta
funny story. Funny story now.
Before
All
you,
right.
before you became a legend, you were.
Why is this legend? Where does legend stuff come from?
I'm just saying, we got to let people know,
Right.
you know, before you became the legendary
You were a regular Joe.
Tygon, you know.
Oh God, y'all
were
killing me.
stiff as a board.
I am nobody.
You were
legend.
almost unteachable. I think
I'm just saying. Okay, okay, it was a true story. True story. When I first met my teacher did not think he could teach me. He didn't. Yeah, I was stiff. And then they messed with me. My teacher messed with me. He started teaching me karate forms. He started teaching me a karate form. Then he told me I was too stiff for karate. But he never gave up on me.
right.
You know, that's one thing he never gave up, and I ended up being one of his best students.
Right.
Especially when Grandmaster Paul came down from Louisiana and kind of took me up under his wing.
Okay.
And he was like, "Teacher, I can teach you." He said, "He gonna teach you. He gonna wait a minute. You gonna teach him what? Manners." He said, "Paul, you crazy as hell. Ain't no way he gonna learn manners." He said, "Teach. Just let me work with him." And so my teacher let Paul work with me. Sure enough, he scratched his head and said, "Paul, about a month later, you sure right. That's his style." He said, "I would have never guessed that one. I didn't know what I was gonna give him.
Yes.
Right.
I was gonna give up on him, but I didn't know what I was gonna give him." So that's the story behind how I ended up with Mantis.
Oh, okay.
That's what's up. I never heard this story before.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told us. I mean, teacher would tell us stories every once in a while. Because he's not a man that tells. First of all, I didn't even know that man had feelings. Nevertheless, shares stories.
Wait, does he though?
No.
I mean, I'm still not sure.
It took him 20 years to acknowledge me. Call me by my right name.
Yeah, because for a while your name was Cookie. Hey, Cookie. Hey, Cookie.
Yeah, you was calling this
Still is.
Dim some echoing down the halls of Sycamore walls.
Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, Brother Long, his teacher, that he's. How can I put it? Teacher was a hard man to please as a teacher.
Oh,
He was a
yeah.
hard, just hard in general. Just like there was
Because
no.
he expected the best.
He expected it. And
Nothing
whenever you were
less than
doing,
that.
hey, teacher, I did good. Well, you're expected to be good.
Right.
Exactly.
What do you want? You know, just
Yeah.
get your ass on somewhere. Get your ass, go train.
Go train.
You should be training for more. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Teacher, to save the world. Okay, so. Okay.
Go save another one.
Exactly. Go save another one. Don't say sick. Now that I'm an actor, Teach, I did a movie. It ain't with Jackie Chan, so
It ain't with Jackie.
you be proud of me, Teach.
I have my own show. Get a better one.
Exactly. Get a better show. but that also that mindset kept us reaching for that next level. You know, it was. I mean, I hate to put my optimistic spin on everything, but everything Teach did was always for a reason.
It was, and that is so true.
No, that is true.
That was it. Because for a while, I mean, when y'all were going through training, hard body training,
Right.
Y'all was just thinking I was just beating y'all for the fun of it.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, you said it. You said it. I'm enjoying this. I wish I had video. I swear to God, I wish I had video sometimes.
Oh, you crying?
I think you're right.
Cry more.
You're crying? I'm going to give you something to cry.
But
So,
how
go ahead.
impressionable he is, though, it's funny that y'all said this. When I had moved down here in 2019, when I was down here for that year,
Right.
I seen him at Planet Fitness, training, low key,
Yeah.
doing body hardening and everything with his partner. See, I used to see him at Planet Fitness every morning. I was like, man, I bet you he knows Steve, because I know everything he was doing.
Yeah.
I knew it was
Who was it,
Steve.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I can't remember the guy's name.
Oh,
Gerald.
me and Gerald.
Yeah,
That's
Gerald.
what me and
Shout out
Gerald. We're doing chest day.
Yeah.
Killer.
We're doing chest day.
I used to see y'all Planet Fitness every morning. It'd be like 2, 3 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. These guys are dedicated. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I saw that. I was like, oh, yeah, they trained. I was like, those are my Kung Fu brothers over there. I was like, I already know.
You know what's crazy that you say that because
And the stairs that we got.
automatically, yeah, you know, you're like, okay, he must be somewhere along the lines. This training that I remember.
They know somebody.
Yeah.
Yep. That's funny that still sticks to me to this day. I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that somebody trained with Steve, you, or Cassius.
Well, that's crazy. I think right now, me is. Teach, are you still teaching, or are you slow down on it?
I slowed down. I'm getting back to it, but I got to get myself right.
No,
first.
you know what?
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
I gotta get back because this COVID thing, y'all,
Well, besides that though,
had me just eating.
Yeah.
I eat good too. hey, bro. Y'all seen the food because I posted them.
yeah, we know.
I was grilling. I be
That's
grilling
why
my
you
tail
expecting
off.
wings this time.
We didn't get no invite.
That's right.
though.
I did say some wings.
But no,
Hey, I ate.
But hey, I'm hungry too because I just left the gym.
That's what it is.
Around when I was hungry. I'm hungry now. I'm so hungry.
I'm so hungry. No, but like being a teacher, does that overshadow? Does it? How can I put it? Because when you were teaching me, I know you were always at my house. Are you like being a teacher? Does it take up a lot of your time into your personal life?
Oh my God, yes. I mean, you know what?
I say it like that though.
It is. I mean, you know what? You can't just be an instructor in Kung Fu, or especially this special class, with these special students.
Oh, he called us special.
and leave the instructor at the school or wherever we train, because I gotta be on teacher mode with y'all year round, 24/7. Cause I get a phone call. You know about the phone calls, don't
We're
you,
gonna
man?
get on that.
We want to go. Let's get on it now. Let's get on it now.
I said, you're not alone. I used to call him all hours of the
Well,
night.
see,
1,
that's
2
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
morning.
Because when he was teaching me, I think me and Teach hit a relationship where he became more. I mean, I tell everybody, like when people tell me, about dad, I make jokes and I'm just like, well, I don't, I'll be like, I don't have a dad, but he's as close as I get to a dad.
Right.
So when people say, well, who's your dad? I point at him, but they'll be like, but he's. Yeah, tall. I know. No, he's buff. I get it. We're both buff. Swole. I know. He worked out. Come on. But you know what I mean. He was in my life 24/7. Like, and without him, I don't think I would be where I'm. I know I wouldn't be where I'm at. And like the discipline fell upon him when my mom was, just going through a divorce and she didn't know what to do with me. I was a teenager. I was rebelling. So. He was in my house 24/7. All he had to do, my mom would have to call, or he knew all my teachers. Actually, he knew all of my teachers from from school and all day. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to your teacher. I'm like, no, I'll do it. I'm just playing. Why you snitching though?
But see, the cool thing about it though, we talking about the after school program,
Right.
Okay. All my students had to bring their report card to me. I would talk to some of these teachers. Heck, some of the parents had me on the emergency call. Oh, really?
I'm one of them.
And he one of them. Right. So when the teacher called, they called me. But those y'all kids, I gotta be the teacher and a parent. Wow. So, true story. I used to go. I leave off of work early, or if I'm off, I would go to their classes and sit in their classes.
Wow.
Funny thing though, teachers tell me they've never been this good in this class. I mean, I walk, man, with them, they joking, they sitting out, they doing bad stuff, sitting on the desk, everything, just
Right.
cutting up. I walked in the room.
Everybody straight.
Everybody,
This is me.
like they learning. This manual.
I straighten up and I be like,
He came out with paper, pen.
He got glasses on and a calculator.
I'm putting my pen to my teacher. I also stood like I'm really asking questions.
Exactly.
Oh, teach, I didn't know you were here.
And the funny thing, I don't go and stay a few minutes.
Right.
I will go and stay the whole class.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Leave that class and then go to another class with some more students at. Sit in that class.
Yeah.
Tell the teacher, y'all have problems with them? See me.
Right.
And they would.
Yeah.
And boy, would they get it.
Yeah.
They would get it. But got laws these days now.
Yeah, but it goes with what you said earlier though, because I think a kung fu teacher is not just your coach or just your trainer. It gets more, and then we can all vouch for that. Then we're not just kung fu brothers; we're all family.
Yeah, that's true.
If one of them calls that caw, we're hooty hoo. What's up?
So true. So
Put some
true.
respect on that.
Right.
Right. And I met other coaches that
You stupid.
I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but I met other teachers that'll be like, well, I wouldn't do that. Oh, they don't pay me enough for that. I'm like, well, then why are you teaching?
Right.
It's
beyond the money at this point.
Dude, it's no way. This man never got paid for me.
Exactly.
He trained me, I don't know how many years, like more than 12 years, and I never once paid him.
See, and that's crazy because my dad offered to pay him. He wouldn't take it.
Nah.
Paid him. That's a trip part.
Yeah.
I actually paid him.
So we couldn't afford it, though.
Yeah.
My mom paid him with food.
Hey,
And those tacos was good.
Yeah, my mom always fed him. My mom always fed him. So.
Shout out to Amon's Tacos.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I'm about to say he came over and had some meals at the house a couple of times.
Yeah, sure did.
But with that, it gives you like, yo, man, this man deserves it.
Yeah.
Like I said, he was never just like, okay, you're not my problem after this.
Right.
Again, as a matter of fact, he took me under his wing and be like, hey, you straighten up, I'll beat your ass. Why?
Yeah.
But you don't get teachers like that no more.
Nah.
I think we the whole time we've been in this program, we've been saying that we need more mentors. We need more people taking accountability, more people stepping up. And nobody has done that. And that's what's sad about it. The teacher, in his time, he had 30 kids that, first of all of them were different ethnicities. He didn't have to give a damn. He could have been like, I don't give a
All the same.
Yep.
all the same, and none of them were his kids. And his kids trained too.
Right.
But none of them, from us, we were not all his kids. He didn't have to pick us up. He didn't have to, give us advice. He didn't have to care for us. That's what I'm saying though. We need more of that.
Yep.
Yes.
And a kung fu teacher is all that.
Yeah.
Compared to
Mind, body, spirit.
there you go.
Yes.
Kung fu teacher.
He trained all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we would train from morning. He had us training from before school, after school, and then training after training. So that's how it was.
That's because y'all bugged me all the time.
Yeah, right. and that's one thing.
Since I had to act like I was the pappy sometimes, you had to pay for it.
That is true though, because we would go to work with him, help him out, just to be around him and try to pick his brain about more knowledge. I remember when I first started, I was trying to learn like the forbidden like techniques to paralyze. Did you know how to paralyze somebody? Hey, did you know how to do this? Did you know how to do that? He goes, stop asking damn questions. Learn your technique first. Practice what you know first.
Hey, how do I do that pressure point? I'll tell you what, you take your fist, you hit them enough times, and then they'll be out.
You don't have to worry about pressure.
You don't have to worry about it. Now go do them punches, like I said. Quit bothering me.
Go hit that tree.
Like I said.
My favorite memory is at the table when it was time to eat lunch or dinner. We were never allowed to sit on the chair. We were always had to do a stance, either a bow stance, a horse stance, a Buddha stance. And the people don't know what that is. Google it and you'll see, you'll see what we mean.
Think a squat, but then you stop halfway and you stay
hold
there.
it there you go. That's
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
And that's the only way we
had to
ate.
clean like that too.
Yeah.
We had to clean in stands. We couldn't. It wasn't no sweep in regular way. You slept in both stands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You be practicing your
Yeah.
Should I still do that?
But that's how you get good, though.
There you go. Because that's what we would want 24/7.
That's how you get
I want to be
good.
able to move like my teacher. I want to move like him. Or my favorite part was when my mom tried to whoop my ass, and I started learning started using it for training. I was just, okay, I got you. Hey, Steve.
Oh, so you want to train? Huh? Okay, we can train.
That's it. Tell me what it is. You want to train, motherfucker? Okay, cool. Let's train. But it was never, I don't think I've ever once said, you're not my dad, or I don't gotta listen to you.
Right.
Because I know the repercussions. But it was always out of respect. It's always, if he said something, I think it hurt more when he said, I'm disappointed in you. I would cry more.
That was the one.
Marty, I'm sorry.
It wasn't the physical, it was always the disappointment. I hated disappointing
exactly.
Steve. And especially my dad, too. Because Steve, my dad, was like super cool, man, because my dad was a veteran.
Right.
So Steve was like, oh, I ain't fucking with the dad. He's like, I ain't fucking with the dad. But I got it twofold. I got it from Steve and I got it from my dad.
No way.
Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I got it twofold. So if even if I fucked up with Steve and my dad found out, I caught that smoke. If I fucked up with my dad, if Steve found out, I caught that smoke.
Yep.
See what's crazy? I remember I had an uncle. He said that my Taekwondo teacher was too soft because he had us do run-ins inside the house, like inside the little space where we trained. He said, your teacher's supposed to be hard, an asshole. You're supposed to hate your coach. As a matter of fact, you should walk in and not want to train, but you still show up. And then when he met Teach, he goes, now that's a coach. Cusses you out, beats your ass. He makes you do something repeatedly. He goes, that's a damn coach. I like him. So I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah, but you know what? And the funny thing is that with Teach being so hard, it really brought us all together.
Oh, yes.
Because
you had to depend on each other.
Yes, because
to get through the day.
If one of us messed up,
We all pay for it. We all pay for it.
We can talk about the 4-man push-up.
yes.
No. This is. Let me school you, young buck. Back in the day.
What are you talking about? That was last week.
No, let me tell you. Back in the day, Teach had lined all of us up, right? Oh my God. And if one and Teach back then, I don't know why, he just had a worse temper. Just the worst temper.
When y'all move.
If you better not move. What? Oh, that's it. All right.
Yeah.
I remember we used to pick on this kid named JoJo. Was one of our Kung Fu brothers, and like we would pick on him to the point like Teach would have us all lined up, and nobody moving. I would go and I would bam, and Teach would turn around and he, and that point JoJo would like that. He goes, oh mother, and he would. What did I just say? And he would go off, and we all got punished, and then we got to whoop JoJo's ass because he got us in trouble.
Yeah. I remember specifically. He had these cinder blocks, and he had us one-legged horse stance on the cinder blocks.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, a one-legged horse stance, you standing on a cinder block, which is about as big as your foot. When you got one leg up, all over 90 degrees,
like
and your hands up.
Yeah, like the Karate Kid.
Almost like Karate Kid, but better.
But better.
But better.
Cooler.
And how long do we have to hold it? Until he got tired.
He gave him a cinder block.
Oh man! I said, then I took a staff, right?
Yeah.
Bro, you had us on bricks.
That's what I did.
Oh, we had those too.
See the generations of training, right?
I did. I had them on a brick. So
Got him on the break.
Oh,
No, he-
hold
yeah.
the bricks out, like in between
Yeah.
the spaces.
Yeah, we had us on
Oh, that was the cinder blocks. Yeah. Not the bricks. Them was cinder blocks.
Yeah,
I
you
had.
said.
Bricks was smaller, so you on your toes, bro.
Yeah.
You wasn't flat-footed on the system.
Hey, man.
Yeah. He said, and you better
I
not
wasn't all
move.
bad, was it?
And you better not move.
Y'all act like I was. I just beat y'all to death or something.
It wasn't that, man. It was just, we'll say it was educational.
It was
learning.
it was
For
educational.
camera purposes, that was education.
You know what?
Legal purposes.
It's illegal.
Oh, the day he dogged me and Cassius when we first trained together with him, man, he had us go out and buy these expensive ass kung fu uniforms, bro, with the white sash, the whole coat, the shoes, the socks, and everything.
yes.
And
it
they wore
rained that day. It rained that day, bro. It was mud everywhere. And this fool made us mess that whole uniform.
Yes.
I can tell you plenty of times. I can tell you plenty of times that there would be like a thunderstorm, and Teach would have us running our forms.
Yeah.
I said, Teach, but it's raining, and we have to get in the mud. He goes, I didn't ask all that.
I didn't ask you if it was raining.
See? But then after we finished training, he goes, Teach, and he goes, oh, you ain't getting in my car like that? I'm like, well, you told me to train. Like, what am I supposed to do? Damn.
Run.
You ain't getting in my car.
I'm so confused.
Yes.
That was the first day we had to learn how to run up a tree.
Yeah.
With them shoes on, and
Yes.
he knew we wasn't gonna make it with them shoes on. He had to get them shoes on.
You can tell you're having a flash. I mean,
Man, I just thought about it. I was like, I remember that.
he flips the table over. You.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
but,
Dookies.
What?
But no. But the thing is, to bring that all back,
Yeah,
teacher's like, it might be raining when you in the fight.
that's true.
It might be mud on the ground when you in the fight.
Yeah.
right.
So what you gonna do then? You gonna wait?
Right. That's true. Like, yeah, I'll catch you when it's 75 and it's clear outside. You know what I'm saying?
Catch me later.
But you know what? It was amazing though. Yeah, I mean, cause Manuel always. I almost called him Cookie. Manual. They get all excited when they get a chance to go to another school. You know, and they got padding on the floor,
Right.
and everything. They like, geez, they got. I remember the first time they seen it. They're like, they have padded floors.
I think we went to a taekwondo school.
It was a taekwondo school. Like,
That's
they got padded
forms on here. Yeah, mama.
for real, for real.
You lying to me.
Them folks just started doing suicides for no reason.
Suicide on your concrete.
Like, oh my God, y'all feel that?
Shoulders.
Exactly.
I feel like, no, I don't exactly.
I think we jumped higher when we were in padded because we
Yeah.
were able to jump higher and perform better.
Yeah.
I will say that you always had us every weekend. You had us booked with performances. I don't know if you ever did demos.
Lot of demos.
Actually, I think that's one thing that's helped.
That's
me
what
out.
got us comfortable before we went to state, before we went to go compete and do sparring and actual form. He would have us do, you know what I'm saying, promo and stuff like that to demonstrate the school and do demonstrations. So that's what got us comfortable before we went to TAP. So, yeah.
No, man. With us, I mean, Teach always had us. He had us like booked everybody wanted to see us. At one point in time, Teach couldn't stop. Like, hey, we got this. We performed at Will Rogers Coliseum, Teach.
Yeah.
In front of
that's
5,000, if I'm correct, or 1,000.
Yeah.
It's in the thousands, and I mean that's just us being young. And then we perform in front of like, oh man, there's so many. They come to mind.
Performances. Yeah.
I mean, they had us in the middle of a tournament perform.
Yeah, and that's what
crazy.
helps me now. Like even in acting, actually, that's what helped me a lot because now when I'm in front and I get nervous, I'm just like, I've done
this before.
It's nothing. I can do this. So that's why I said it's helped me a lot. And when people, I think I talked to you about it because people be like, oh, I have anxiety I wasn't allowed to have anxiety.
Right? Yes. Yes. There was no anxiety. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's some privilege stuff.
Wow. I never,
Permission was not granted.
Yeah.
because
Earn anxiety.
Exactly.
like now, like I'm around people and people are like, "Oh, I have anxiety," and I'm just like, "Man, if you don't get shot, and I looked it up. I don't know, no one's ever died from anxiety. It's just things that come in your head that haven't happened. I'm like,
anxiety. and,
You know
like,
what? Take a staff and start beating them with it and see what kind of
Right? Right?
that's what I'm saying because I'll be like,
You want anxiety, run your form and miss one step, and you get hit with a staff.
and that's what, and I get what he says. That this generation is not like us. Like in front of, if I were to tell Teach, hey, Teach, I'm having anxiety right before we're performing. Man, I would.
No.
Yeah, exactly right there. I ain't trying to hear that.
But,
Hit you to your
but also at the same time, like, how you going to have anxiety? You've ran this form 1,000 times.
That's the thing.
You've ran it 1,000
reps.
times full out
The reps,
in the rain, in the snow. In the rain,
really
snow.
didn't know,
No,
But-
really. Snow, they flipping in ice.
But yeah, like rain, snow, sleet, sun, 100 degrees.
didn't
Like
care.
you've run this. So now here you are in a tournament. They got padded floors, AC and stuff like that. Are you nervous?
Actually,
What are you nervous about?
Nah, man.
That's what it was.
Exactly. Oh, now you're gonna go soft. Nah.
And then tournaments, man. I remember that was crazy. Tournament season?
Yeah,
That was crazy, Teach.
Yeah.
Big D's.
Big D's. Are you still
We love Big D. I don't even know if they even have Big D's
Well,
anymore.
Big D's National was my very first one. I started, and I remember I got a 6-foot trophy. My first. Yeah.
Same one, bro.
But
All these tournament champions over here.
Yeah, I won mine when I was there too.
well, the
Steve
very
wasn't having it.
Hey, truth be told, didn't Teacher School pretty much undefeated? Every tournament you've entered, you won.
It was pretty close.
You know,
Pretty close. It was all right.
he's so humble.
we badass Teach.
Exactly.
It's all right. Y'all was all right.
See, you never get any credit. Never.
That's all I can say. Y'all was all right.
You got the short stats.
I'm like, Teach, I'm the world champion. Oh,
Wait a minute, ask Cassius about that one.
Master Cash is world champion, man.
Right? Two-time world champion.
Cash is tough, man.
Yeah.
That boy's fast, bro.
Fast, man.
Still got that shit sandwich with cheese.
I remember that.
It's real cute.
I remember, was it the first tournament that you ever took me to? I had my Kung Fu brother. I had another Kung Fu brother, his style is Dragon. And I remember Teach would walk up to him and whisper something. What was it, Teach? What'd you whisper to us? If you don't F him up, I'm going to F you up. What?
Wait a minute. Well, he was fighting a black belt. Remember that?
Well, that's why. Let me elaborate that. Yeah, that was
He was
why.
fighting a black belt, and he was just a green.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
So they didn't have, any more. That was George.
I remember George.
Yeah?
Yeah, so they was
Crazy.
But we was just I just told him, you can fight, dude. You can fight now. You fighting a black belt.
Yeah.
Because it was a trip. Y'all didn't have any. They didn't have any green belts in y'all divisions.
Right.
So they were gonna have them to fight black belts.
Right.
Oh my God. They done it wrong. Because I done went up and told my guys, oh, y'all don't have to hold back now.
Yeah.
You don't have to hold back.
I remember
Y'all can let them have it. Them black belts, y'all can let them have Oh my
Gave
God.
him the business.
I roundhouse a dude and he dropped like a
He
sack.
dropped
Just
like a sack of potatoes.
I told you.
But just because Teach had us doing 100 roundhouses a day, runs, and we had to fight every day.
Every day.
Teach would have to spar us. Teach would beat the dust out of us, bro. Just enjoyed it. I'm telling you, this man enjoyed it.
But see,
Low-key,
you know what I used to get more. Y'all remember the circle now? I know y'all know the circle.
Oh, yeah. Family circle.
Family circle.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Alley.
You still
Yeah.
did that?
Kung Fu.
Oh yeah. It was still the family circle. Yeah. Yeah.
People don't know.
Well, you don't know
Yeah.
who's coming out to hit you. Or kick you.
Family, Family circle is where all of us come together and we do a circle, and the two people are in the middle. So if you get too close to the the edge, people are allowed to swing at you and push you right back in. And usually that's how we deal with problems too. Right. Yeah. So, so actually, we still do the family circle. Nothing's changed.
But see, that's that other, nowadays they would call that toxic masculinity, but that actually brought us closer.
Yeah.
Anybody that was in the family circle, anybody that participated in the family circle, were like, we all brothers.
Right.
You know what I mean? We'll handle our own stuff.
Right.
Because
no,
like,
family circle. I won't say names.
no.
The family circle one?
Huh?
The family circle one?
I know which one you about to talk about, man. No.
Which one? Which one?
The ones that's gonna get you canceled.
Exactly. I'll be all right. So, I'm already canceled. No, this is like the one that it was a two bully. It was that one bully, that one kid.
Yeah.
And one time he just wanted to fight. And he said, "All right, let's just deal with it like men." And we did the family circle. He brought his boys. I don't know if you remember. He brought his boys.
I know. I remember that.
And then he was like, "All right, cool. Well, I'll choose a fighter." And I think he chose one of the other guys. And he's like, "No, he's too fast. I'll choose." And he chose JoJo. He goes, "No, he's no." Okay, well, I'll choose Manuel. And you're like, he goes, "Oh hell no."
He did say that.
So what happened was, it was this guy who was being a bully towards the other kid, and they get in the middle and they start going at it. So T said, "If any of you mother lovers cross that line, these guys right here," and we were all ready. I was like, "Oh hell yeah!" I was stretching.
And we were talking about his friends now.
His friends
that he brought.
Right.
He like, they step over, they step in. These guys,
and now they're partying.
Yeah, then it's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Y'all gonna have a whole team on you.
Dude, when I say those dudes didn't even move an inch. No, bro, no, I'm good. No, hey, no, nah, bro, come on. Just, please. I was
He's like, please step over the line. Like, no,
it's about to be good. Y'all do this.
I told somebody to go push them just to
exactly. Just stick a toe across. That's all I need. Just stick a toe.
But
Shadow count.
Shadow count. But what happened though, it was actually pretty cool because at the end of the day, that kid felt bad for him and ended up helping him out. I think they became friends after that.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, But we were just rowdy. We just wanted to fight. But you know what? Stuff like that is what we need. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think me and him talked about it on the last episode. That if me and him have a problem, I mean, we can go in the back, put some gloves on. Let's handle it like men. And at the end of the day, we'll shake hands and it's over with.
Right.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, that's toxic." I'm like,
I mean, that's how
It's better than going around and shooting folks with.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
saying.
blouse off, it wasn't sergeant.
You looked at my girl wrong.
It wasn't none of that.
Nah.
It was
Strip down to you. Strip down and let's just handle it right quick.
Yeah, that's how we did it in the Corps.
Yeah.
Like, go to that back shed, man. Take that blouse off, take the pants off.
Exactly. Shake hands afterwards and keep it moving.
You get your ass working, might as well we go have a beer out there and have a talk about it, man.
well, see, that's how teacher was with us, man. He was like, "Hey, we got a problem. We'll deal with it.
Yep.
But we're gonna deal it right here. And after that,
It's over.
That's over.
Or he actually had students that didn't get along, but in front of teach, we all respected each other.
Yes.
There was people that I couldn't stand, but because they're in the line with me, I respect them because they went through what I went through.
Right.
So I was like, it's kind of hard. Even though you don't like them, you still help your kung fu brother out.
And if you saw them in the street and they needed your help,
it's
Still gotta do
it's
it.
fam.
it's family.
You don't like each one of your family members, but they're family.
But they still do it.
You still gotta
Yeah.
go down. And even now, if he cuckoo, I'm still there.
Exactly.
I'm still in the streets.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? And I mean that's for all of us. You
Right,
you
right,
call
right.
me, and we need to do some.
Nah, I'll be tracking maybe like, man, anybody fuck with Manny as a rap.
You're right.
Yeah, no,
Shoot, I mean, if I need a tire, and I need somebody to lift the car,
You call me boss.
I guess he made it painfully clear that I took the bodybuilding approach, right?
Yeah. Hey,
That's how he gives you a compliment.
hey. Some people go Bruce Lee, some people go Bolo Young. There's different ways to do this.
That's funny that y'all said that too, because when I seen Steve was training at Metroflex with one of my buddies of mine.
Oh, you trained up there, teacher?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where we seen each other at tonight.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, that's where he was at. He was at Metroflex training.
Karate Kid up there.
Yeah, he called me. You know,
Karate
Karate Kid. And I think he said he saw you too. I think one of my students. Yeah.
Shout out to Karate Kid.
Yeah, he was a teacher when I was talking. He goes, teacher goes, oh, I brought Luis. Oh really? Oh damn! I haven't seen you in a while because it's been a
long time since I came down and showed y'all some mixed martial arts stuff.
Yeah.
Because who was that tackled the one kid? Remember I showed him how to do the takedown, and that kid took that kid down. His head bounced off the mat, bro. I cannot remember.
Hey, you taught him pretty good there.
Again, every time. It was funny because I can't even tell you.
You don't remember that, Steve?
No, teacher was
I wasn't there.
It was Cassius.
It was Cash's class. That's right. It was Cash's class.
Your teacher knows how to take down because you taught us how to shoot through the legs and pick them up. Mm-hmm. This one kid.
Bro, it was bad.
It was really bad. Everybody just stopped. We were like, oh. I was like, damn, he's dead.
Like when JoJo.
Kind of.
Something like
Oh, no. Did he
It was JoJo. It was JoJo, wasn't it?
No. He's talking about a different story.
Oh, this is a different story?
Yeah, teacher almost killed JoJo one time. Oh, God. Oh, can we say that on there?
bro, lawsuit.
Dookie, is that clear to say? Can we say that on there?
No?
Sure.
All right, Dookie says yes.
So
What? That was with that jumping thing again that they like to try to do.
we gotta bring up all news, man. He laughed out. Yeah, it was one of those times when we tried to jump. The same time I was talking about earlier, where we tried to jump him, he did what we call a dragon tail. A dragon tail is when you do a backspin kick, but the kick comes up and then it comes down and it whips like a tail, and it's super fast.
Yes.
It should never be done just to play with, honestly. Teach did it, and all I remember is just see JoJo says, "Oh no!"
JoJo went one way, his shoe went the other way. Oh my God!
Car.
Yeah, and I caught him still before he hit the ground.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Manuel said, "Teacher done killed JoJo."
Hey, I'm trying to get my alibi ready. Man, Your Honor, he's a good man. He's helped out the community.
That's what Manuel said. Teacher done killed JoJo. In my head, I said, "I done killed JoJo."
Like, come on, man. Come on, buddy. Come on. You play,
JoJo, you all right?
You good?
Quit playing.
You walking off? Come on, dude.
But you know what? After that, for years, I never threw that kick again.
Really?
Towards one of my students. I never
said it before, ever. Not even as a joke. He won't even play with it.
Never threw that kick again.
Oh wow.
Cause they came at me.
They do come at you.
See, wait a minute. Man was sugarcoated it. They sugarcoated it because they attacked at the same time.
Okay.
Did I not mention that?
So you had to,
I mean, they threw some serious blows.
They didn't say like, "Hey, teach, we want to spar with you right
Dude,
quick."
we walking in the field. These fools just attacked. And I blocked both of them. They knew they was in trouble then.
Oh,
Say
yeah,
attack.
right.
I said training. So. Did I not say that at the beginning of the story?
No, you didn't, bro. You didn't mention that at all.
Anyway,
Tell the story.
okay. One went low, one went high. I blocked both.
Right.
I turned around like, y'all got to be crazy.
Yeah, he did. He gave us one of those.
Just like that. And then it was on.
Yeah.
Right.
And once they figured out that they first attack didn't work, now they ready to bow out.
All right.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
you don't get off that easy.
When we say bow, we bring our hands together, and that means we thank you for the lessons. We're good.
Yeah.
Ain't no lesson. But you need to get it.
Teacher's like, "Oh, this is the beginning of the lesson."
Teach, thank you for the lesson. He goes, wham, nope. Like he would break that and still continue. Like, oh, Jesus.
You better fight.
That reminds me of when me and Ryan used to try to do you like that too at Sycamore.
Yeah, y'all know that.
Really? Me and Ryan used
Dude,
to
it's been going for years.
for years, bro. Me and Ryan used to try to jump
For
him
years, bro.
every time.
But it's crazy though because me and JoJo, like I said, it wasn't like we planned it for a week. No, it's just like
random.
it's like right now, like we walked out and I just said, and I just attacked.
Right.
I felt like it. I just.
We got that for real because he used to do us like that.
Exactly. Well, and the trip part is too. Me and his son, Steve Jr. We did the exact same thing.
Really?
They did, bro.
This man threw a flying knee into a Sparta kid, kicked it right in my sternum. Bro, I flew like CGI. Boom. Flew, rolled, hit my back on that little small little tree.
Yeah.
That next to that little gazebo. I got up. I said, man, this ain't for me.
For people who don't know, this is my other Kung Fu brother. His name is Eve. I remember that one time when I think you got, what was it, Teach? He has his testing.
Yes.
I was testing for my blue belt. Yeah.
Was it? And
Blue.
Teach, and that's one thing about Teach, he never lets you know.
Never.
Ever. So we show up to his training and he goes, "Hey man, go put your sparring gear on."
I had to fight manual.
No, but he didn't say, he just said that. I was just like, "Oh man, who's he fighting?" He goes, "You." I was like, "Oh, why not?" Right? And then he told that to Gerald. And then he told was it Cash?
Yeah. And then I fell out the garage because you hit me with the sidekick, bitch ass. I got the garage. This man goes, "If you fall out of my garage one more time, I'm gonna fuck you up." I got back in. Kick me again, motherfucker. But and actually, no, Gerald, he kicked me, and then Teach comes in, Superman punch, pow.
Yeah, that's how it was. But my thing was this: that Teach did not. Gerald hold back a little bit.
No, he didn't.
No,
hell no.
Teach and me, nah. We were gonna give it to you.
We put them hands on him.
We put the paws on the bro. When I say we did it, I was trying to nail his ass through that wall.
Yeah.
That's like,
See how evil.
I got one.
See how the evil, like your own Kung Fu brother, your own Kung Fu brothers.
But then there's still much love.
But it's all in love, man.
It is love, bro. Honestly, that's true.
All in love.
It's all. I'm not trying to knock you the hell out. That means I don't respect you.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Had to know, could you take it?
Brian.
Yeah.
All this training, you should be able to take it.
Yeah, that's why they just say that too, because Steve will attest to this, bro. Ryan always caught the brunt end of everybody's fury, bro. Ryan is my catches. He always caught Ryan, man. Ryan was a good guy too, man. He had to clean his form out of our class.
Yeah.
He had to clean his form out of our class, man. It was just smooth, bro.
Yeah.
Just beautiful to watch, bro.
Right.
But we used to tear his ass up in sparring, man. He did not make it, bro.
Right. Yeah, no, I remember all that. I mean, but like I said, it becomes a family. Like we all go, we all know what we went through. We all respect each other, the different generations. What about you, Teach? Is there anything that you want to do? What would you do outside of like martial arts? Or
You know what I would do, man, outside of martial arts?
I mean, if you just like, besides being a teacher, there got to be something else you want to do.
You want to be a firefighter, Pop?
No.
You want to be a firefighter?
Boy, that's white people.
Man, that's it.
Who want to walk into a building that's already on fire?
You know what? Let's go the wrong way.
You acting real light skinned right now. You're real light skinned.
To be honest,
Get off that Drake shit, bro. Get off that Drake shit.
y'all stupid. But to be honest, what I want is all the instructors under me to be successful. Where I can just walk around saying, bam, they doing what I was doing. They done followed that path.
Yeah.
They successful for whatever they doing.
Yeah.
Even if it's lifting tables. Checking credit scores.
Like he's about to do somebody's taxes.
Right now.
Passing the SAT. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got 50 points for putting my name on there right. 50 points. Got it.
That's a solid 50.
That's a solid 50, son. Solid.
I got 2,600.
Oh, God, yeah.
And just that's what I would love, just be able to sit back when I'm retired, hopefully in about 10 years.
Hey.
I'm about to say, man, I think it's a long time before you retire, Teach.
No, bro.
Don't never
I got
retire.
about 9 or 10.
Yeah, about that.
Oh,
I'm talking about my regular job.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Teaching now.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Teaching? Nah. I won't
gonna get
retire that. I just, like I said, it'd be certain people I would teach.
I think
Because I would want to teach them still the old way.
The right way.
That's why I said I wouldn't be able to teach everyone now.
right.
Yes.
That's why
I'm real selective of who I might teach.
Right.
Because I'm like, you can here sign this waiver, sign this law agreement.
I need your blood type here.
Exactly.
Credit score. I can't teach you unless you're 750 and up.
Right.
Yeah, read the fine print.
750 and up.
Right. you know, teachers, there's one question I've always wanted to ask you about doing Kung Fu and not being Chinese. Like, do you think that is a benefit?
You're not Chinese?
Or do you think that you don't get it's not authentic? You know what I mean? Because some people say, you're not Chinese, so how could you really do Kung Fu?
Well,
That's that dark skin in you right
yeah, that's you know what? I say it's a benefit in a lot of ways because people in the hood can relate to me compared to somebody that's an Asian and coming into the hood and trying to teach them.
Okay.
Right.
I can relate to people
Right.
of color. and because that's where I taught, was in low income places.
Yeah.
So I can relate to them. I mean, that could also be how can I put this?
A mixed blessing?
What?
A mixed blessing.
No, that ain't quite the word I'm looking for.
See, I was also thinking that it might also be kind of a benefit because, we're not necessarily ingrained in the Kung Fu culture, so we really gotta love it. We really are dedicated
to do it.
To do it. It's not just handed to us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So
It really isn't.
And we gotta look at it too. They didn't want to train outsiders at a point.
that's true.
So
That's
it's
true.
like it is a benefit to even have that knowledge, given the fact of that there's a lot of them in the culture that are still in the old ways to the point to where they don't want to share nothing with outsiders.
Right.
Period.
But you know what? When they see good Kung Fu though,
They know it.
they know it.
I think it's a respect thing.
Yeah. And then they will come up to you
Yeah.
respectfully and tell you that was good.
'Cause I've had people that are, that, and they'll be like, your teacher's a great teacher. Just by meeting me, I'm like, man, that teacher's the best. Like, that man can move, like I said, he moves just like them. And what I mean by them is like where it came from, the Asians, because it's not, you can't go in the hood and be like, oh, you do Kung Fu? Oh, that's cool. People give us like, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not a knock against the culture either,
Nah,
because we
no, it's
embrace the
respect.
culture.
Yes.
It's all
We
respect.
embrace the culture. Just to make that clear, we embrace
We
the
love it.
Asian community. You know what I'm saying? So there's no hate for that community or their cultures or their traditions.
Right. I mean, that's why that's why we do. That's why we do Kung Fu, because we love the culture and we love this part of their culture so much that we don't want to disrespect it.
Exactly.
I would say, and correct me if I'm wrong, Teach, that one of the reasons why you want to teach us in the traditional ways is because you don't want to disrespect the Kung Fu.
That's it. That's it.
You want
That's
the
it.
Kung Fu the Kung Fu that we do to be just as pure as the Kung Fu.
Right. That they do.
Yeah.
So they will always know that, okay, he kept it real.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we done seen, like I said, getting back
No, you're right, teacher.
to some bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you
Over
also...
all the generations.
Yeah.
Right.
Because every time we went somewhere, you'd be like, man, that's Kung Fu. Like, and I would look at Teach like, what are they doing? He goes, man, that's some bullshit what they're doing.
Exactly.
But he would still say respect it.
Yes.
Show respect. And that's one thing that I feel like other martial artists are not doing, including MMA, is showing respect to another martial artist. Even though you suck, I respect you because you're trying.
Right.
Compare, no, it's all about ego and all this. And I'm like, no, there's no need to knock everybody down.
But I mean, it's a cycle, right? Like,
Yeah.
Even with traditional kung fu, there wasn't great masters out there, but they still had students. They still had houses. The old kung fu that we would watch,
Right.
Where it'd be like, man, that dude was goofy as hell, but he got he got one in front of his students. But
Right.
it's like, wait a minute, that was his style though. You know, even though that was his style, his students was still rocking with him
Right.
for that particular style.
You know, I'll tell the story. Because after I stopped training with Teach, I actually trained with Sibaki Emmanuel. Shout out to Sibaki. And it was basically like one-on-one training, like hard training. Like we would be sparring in the rain. We'd be sparring in the dirt and stuff like that. And so I actually ended up moving to Waco, and I was trying to find a Kung Fu school. And so I went to a Kung Fu school thinking, you know, hey, okay, they doing Kung Fu, stuff like that, you know, first lesson, stuff like that. And then I saw like their drills and stuff like that, and I'm just like, they don't do no hard body, like they don't do no, they doing like, you know, they doing some China that's, they also don't know, it's like a little bit of grappling and stuff like that. But like they weren't really doing it full. And so I'm just like, okay, I felt disrespected. You know what I mean? Right. I felt like you're charging these people, you know what I mean? You got these group of people and you're not really doing real Kung Fu.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm seeing like one dude, you know, I saw one dude doing a Manus form. And I'm just like, nah, I've seen Manus before. I don't even look right. Your stance too high. Like, what is this? Like, what is this? I was like, all right, so are y'all gonna do sparring? Sparring? Like, no, we don't do sparring. How you gonna do Kung Fu school?
You don't spar.
You don't spar.
Well,
I was like, it was like, yeah. I was like, after that first class, I was like, nah, because I felt that, like, you know what? I'm about to be old school, start challenging teachers. But I was like, nah,
That's the wrong thing to do, bro.
I was like, exactly. I was like, nah.
But it used to be like that one time, bro. Not gonna lie.
Right. You know?
But that's things of past, dude. That's ignorant. Now.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
don't do things
I was like,
like
nah.
that.
What would Teach say? What would Sibaki say?
I remember him, man. Leopard.
I know more than you.
Exactly. I was just like, wait, y'all did that? That's a Turks out? Okay, I'm good.
I told Shot the other day, I said, man, if you really think about it, man, Teacher's like the legendary, he's the Black Wong Fei Hong.
Oh, God.
Wong Fei Hong is a Chinese folklore that he's a hero. He would help out with martial arts. He would help out people. But that's what you did. I mean, you taught.
Yeah, like you literally, that's what you did.
And that's crazy because you taught nothing but kids in the hood. You gave them a hope and dreams, including me. Well, I mean,
knuckleheads,
knuckleheads. They don't even know. You know, they all we know is game banging in the hood, stuff like that.
Wait a minute, come by the class, you know. What the all kind of stuff. You know, they done all kind of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, they in line.
Exactly. Because one of your students done taxed them.
See? Yeah. And that's crazy because it's true. To this day, when I'm teaching out in the park or something, I'll get that.
All the time. You can expect it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I got to work on because I'm not good at that because I feel like you're disrespecting me. And then I think, though, but I have students there, I have to keep calm because I can put them in danger.
Right.
So it's like I said, man, it's not an easy job teaching. You made it look easy. Because being a teacher, even now, when my students ask for me for my advice, I'm like, man, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, kid. Google it or something. But like, yeah, because to me, when I was a kid, man, Teach always knew the answers. He always knew what to say. I never seen him lose his cool, or he always just like never had fear.
Nah, you the old head now, man.
No, exactly. Me, I'm the opposite. I never know what to do. I'm always just like, man, what would Teach do?
Yeah.
But I mean, I have called him. There's been times where
Many a time.
I remember the first time I called him and I said, Teach, this ain't for me. I can't do it because being a teacher does take a lot.
It does.
It takes. I think I called your love life. It takes your life. Just in general. So, and I said, Teach, I quit, man. I can't do this. This is not for me. It's too much. Sorry, I gotta say this, but he goes, Teacher's famous words. He goes, motherfucker, I didn't give up on you. You don't give up on the damn kids. I didn't teach you to be weak. I'm like, damn, I'm so inspired. You right, Teach?
See, and that's why I went into personal training because I have the same passion. I still bring that same passion that he had towards us.
Yeah.
I bring that towards my clients in personal training. So that's why I took that route because I mean, for me, teaching them the basics along with teaching them some principles for boxing or for martial arts, it's still training. So I bring that same passion, and I try to be an ear for my clients and an ear for the people that train with me for real.
Right. Well, guys, this has been a great show. We got to wind down. We're running out of time.
Oh, we're running out of time?
Yeah.
And I still haven't got my wings.
No, see what happened was right.
Oh, see, that's that. Wait a minute, that's that black term right there. See what happened was.
Do you have anything you want to say, man? Where you train people? Where they can reach you at?
Yeah, you can definitely find me at Train Like You Breathe. It's very easy to find. Train Like You Breathe. I'm on Facebook, social media, Instagram. I'm at Metroflex right now while I'm in town. But I am looking for 10 clients. So if there's 10 clients that want to train with me and want me to come back to Texas and train here permanently, then link in with me and lock in. I'm Train Like You Breathe.
Okay. What about you, teacher?
Well, like I said, right now, I'm pretty much getting myself in tune with myself again.
Right.
Before I get out there. All my old students, my number never changed. All the years is still the same, so you know how to contact with me. There we go. There we go. But and if you can't get in contact with me, get in contact with Manuel. Manuel can get in contact with me.
That's right.
And shout outs to all my brothers and sisters in martial arts. You know, my Kung Fu brother Chris.
They're all watching right now.
I see you, bro.
What about you, E?
Hit me up if you need representation and credit checks. My number is 682. Ain't finna happen. 682 ain't about to happen.
All right, brother. What about you?
Y'all be blessed.
Shout out to Wifey. Shout out to Cassius. Shout out to C-Bike E. Shout out to all my Kung Fu brothers. Gerald, I see you out there. JoJo, I see you out there. Also, got my cancel show stuff. Yo, we on Spotify. We on Radio Public. We on Breaker. We on Pocket Cast. Google us. Like, you literally just go to your Google and look up the cancel show, and it will be there. We on Google Cast. Working on iTunes. Apple's always funny, bro. I don't know what they doing.
They hate us minorities.
They hate us. But anyway, we should be there. We should be there pretty soon. In the words of a very famous wise man, don't be a dick.
I get the last word, huh? All right, man. I just want to thank everybody that listened. Brother Scott, Mr. Lawrence Pete, Dukes for being on the ones and twos over there.
Thank you, Big Dookie. Appreciate that.
Big dude.
And my boy Luis, Teach, E, my brother, and that's it, man.
There's 2 weeks in a row now that you guys haven't said anything that I have to cancel you for. It can't be the cancel show being all wholesome and shit.
Let's say,
women don't be bitches, bitches be bitches.
Huh?
Cancel.
All right.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.